Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
What is up, golf fans? It's your old friend IndyCarTim here with another From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast, right here on FanStream Sports. Welcome into the show. Welcome into the network. And boy, have you caught your breath yet? What an incredible, at least I think so, U.S. Open week. I've heard a lot of people criticize this thing, saying it just wasn't fun to watch. I disagree about a bajillion %. I thought it was incredible to watch. We'll get into a little bit of the course difficulty and was it too much? I kind of get it, but everyone thinks something a little different about it. I'm always a fan of the course winning, and boy howdy, did Oakmont win over last week. But J.J. Spaun with a 64-foot walk-off putt. He only needed a 2-putt to win the damn thing. And he said, you know what, let's just do it in one. The 64-foot walk-off U.S. Open major winning putt for J.J. Spaun. And, like I said, edge of my seat the entire week. Got into a little scuffle, social media scuffle with a few people on the X machine and over on Threads and Blue Sky, all that crap that I probably shouldn't be on. I don't know why I'm on anything other than X, but people tell me I should be on those things, so I am. But, yeah, people just not liking what they were watching and said, I can't watch this, I'm turning it off. And I was just like, y'all are not golf fans then. And Shane Lowry, as he's walking off his final hole on Friday, or was it Sunday? I don't remember when this was. He just said, F this place, man. It was on Friday because he missed a cut. He's walking off. He said, F this place. And the cameras caught it. The microphones caught it. It was funny. I thought it was great. But he did not have a good time. Ludwig Oberg did not have a good time. There are a lot of people that did not have a good time. Tom Hoagie, Wyndham Clark did not have a good time. Patrick Cantlay didn't have a good time. Phil Mickelson, Davis Thompson. Tommy Fleetwood. Looking at all the names. Dustin Johnson, Joaquin Neiman. A lot of these guys that we expected to see something from. Bryson DeChambeau, Sepp Straka, Justin Thomas, Eric Cole. Just didn't have a good time. Justin Rose on that list. Davis Riley. Of course, Shane Lowry. But good God, man. I had a great time. Corey Connors, of course, withdrew after 3 days of 72, 74, 72. But I just thought it was incredibly entertaining. I love when the course wins. Now, does it get to a point of ridiculousness? Yeah, I think it does. But I think the only reason why maybe people have a problem with that and why the players maybe have a problem with this is that because it's such a deviation from what they're used to playing, right? Like take your normal golfer, your 10 handicapper, right? You can go out and shoot, 80 regularly or 82 regularly, and that's just your normal score. Well, that's on a normal course that you're used to playing. Well, if you go out and you try to play a normal PGA Tour setup, say at Harbor Town or something, just for a normal PGA Tour player, well, you're not going to play very well. You're not going to shoot that 80 because that's not what you're used to playing. Well, these guys aren't used to playing except one tournament a year, the so-called U.S. Open setup, and I get it. Oakmont, they thrive on that at Oakmont. They take pride in the difficulty, and they do that every year. The USGA does this every year wherever the U.S. Open is, but I think at Oakmont, it's a double whammy because the course is already hard. And now you're introducing that U.S. Open setup into it. And it's a double whammy on you. And a lot of these guys, I know guys that won't play there on purpose on the normal Oakmont setup. It's just because, no, they're like, why? I don't want to put myself through that. Now introduce the USGA U.S. Open setup into that, where you've got, I don't know, 9-inch rough. And it's incredible, man. And I get it if you don't like that. I personally, I like it. What could it have been a little much? Maybe, but I don't know. I dig that. I loved watching these guys struggle. Your winner was the only player under par, and it was 1 under. Everybody else, you didn't hit. Robert MacIntyre, who finished second, finished at +1. You didn't even have an even par round or score for a final, except for J.J. Spaun, who was only under par because of sinking that 64-foot walk-off tournament-winning putt. Ridiculous. Should have two-putted, should have finished it even, but congratulations to J.J. Spaun. That was just an exclamation point to the end of an incredible Sunday for him, and one of the all-time major winning moments that we will keep reliving for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, I think. He entered the week at 120 to 1 odds. We'll get into Johnny's picks a little bit later. He's obviously not on the show. He has drunk golf duty today. But he did record his video, and we'll talk about his picks. Not a great week for anybody. I don't know how anybody could have predicted any of this. Again, 120 to 1 is what the 34-year-old J.J. Spaun was per DraftKings to win this thing heading into the week. He missed the cut in his only prior U.S. Open back in 2021. He never had finished better than 23rd at a major. That was back in 2022 at the Masters. He only claimed one PGA Tour victory prior to Sunday, and that was at the 2022 Texas Open. He opened the week with a bogey-free 66 after we had proclaimed on the preview show that nobody's going to shoot bogey-free golf. And then J.J. Spaun comes out and does it. And then we all patiently waited for him to implode over the next 3 days. But all he did was dig deeper than everybody else. I thought his play across the board earned him the trophy, but the instant classic putt to put a dagger in the championship on the 18th, the longest made, by the way, of the entire week. That was the longest putt anybody made all week, and it was J.J. Spaun to win the U.S. Open. It's the stuff that legends are made of. And the fact that it was at Oakmont in a USGA-hosted event, that just makes it that much sweeter, I think. He opened the day with 5 straight fives as part of 5 bogeys in his first 6 holes. He fell 5 shots back of 54-hole leader Sam Burns. He was the victim, I thought, of some really bad breaks in round 4. None worse than seeing a beautiful approach on number 2 hit the flagstick and roll all the way back off the front of the green. But after a disastrous start, he regrouped, he steadied the ship, and going into the back 9, after a 95-minute weather delay, by the way, that completely changed the golf course. It was soaked. Spaun adjusted better than everyone else to those new conditions in the final groups. He had a conversation with his coaches on the reins just before going back out. And they reassured him that this was doable and that he could get the breaks, and he did. So coming out of that weather delay, he finally settled down. He saw his putter heat up. He made a 40-footer for birdie on the 12th, followed that with a 22-footer on the 14th to get back to even par. Burns and Adam Scott, who entered the final round tied with Spaun, one back, were simultaneously in the midst of an all-time final pairing ejection They combined to go 17 over on Sunday. But suddenly Spaun saw himself the leader alone with new life to his game. Again, putting all those early struggles behind him. He bogeyed the tough 15th, though. He delivered the shot of the tournament on number 17, hitting driver on the par 4 to within 18 feet of the cup. That led to a two-putt birdie that saw him reclaim the solo lead. He split the 18th fairway, found the left side of the green where he made his now iconic putt to win. He joins Ben Hogan as the only players to finish birdie to win an Oakmont-hosted U.S. Open. On that day, it looked as if it was going to be a battle of who would fail the least on Sunday, and that was certainly J.J. Spaun. As he triumphs with one of the greatest storylines, definitely of the year. Maybe one of the best storylines we've had, going along with Rory's Masters win, obviously, that we've had in a couple of years, I think, in golf. So Spaun's tee shots on the 17th and 18th were his best swings of the driver all day. He didn't need a putt at the last, but as the U.S. Open was craving it, that 64-footer found the cup in a week filled with pain and suffering. It gave us that one short, iconic moment of joy. So, incredible. Just incredible. By the way, I would love to hear what your thoughts are. If you're watching the video, please leave in the video section, the comment section under the video, your thoughts. You can also, of course, always reach us at the FanStream Sports Studio text line, 214-937-0569. It's open 24/7. You can comment on any of our live shows that are on at the time or any one of the recorded podcasts. We are having some issues with the website. We will get that resolved as quickly as possible. It's not so much a problem with our website, but some of our shows where we are having them hosted, some of our shows are being hosted. That site went kerplunked and didn't notify anybody. So we're in the middle of trying to migrate over to a new podcast host, all of our great shows. So we'll get those back up to you on the website as soon as possible, for sure. But yes, please utilize that FanStream Sports Studio text line, 214-937-0569. Make sure you tell us who you are and where you're texting from, and then make your great point. We would love to hear from you, as we always love to hear from you guys. But yes, what a week. We'll get into some of the other players. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and talk about some of the other players, some more fun that we had, some other talking points of the 125th U.S. Open here on From the Rough on FanStream Sports, brought to you by Tom's Town Distilling Company in Kansas City, Missouri. Toms-town.com. Got to get the website right? Head over to toms-town.com. They got some great spirits over there, vodka, gin, bourbon. They got some great seltzers. Everybody's got seltzers. They got some great seltzers over there at toms-town.com, available for delivery and shipping to, I think, 40-plus states right now. So see if you're on that list. Over to toms-town.com, pick you out some great spirits, and enjoy yourself responsibly. I am IndyCar Tim. This is From the Rough. We'll be back after this. Today's show is brought to you by Tom's Town, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka. Named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tom's Town, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hi golfers, IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. And what is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things? To showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there, over there at that turflifeclub.com.
JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent-rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough, right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. Welcome into a U.S. Open Recap Monday, celebrating J.J. Spaun and his Miracle Major. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it the Miracle Major. Maybe I made that up. Should I have that, copyrighted or trademarked or whatever it is that legal people do? I don't know. J.J. Spaun and his Miracle Major. Might be able to make that stick. As always, our show brought to you by Orion Golf Management Solutions. Head over to oriongolf.com. They can help you out if you run any type of golf facility, whether it's a golf course, driving range, full-blown country club, whatever it is. They can help you out over there. They can help you with service solutions, F&B, staff management, event management, anything over at Orion Golf. Head over to oriongolf.com. We dig it, and we think you will too. Make sure you tell them that From the Rough sent you too if you talk to anybody at Orion Golf. Let's get into a little bit of some of the other guys that were here. Of course, we talked about J.J. Spaun, and look, for a guy who thought he was going to lose his card not that long ago, thought he was going to lose his card. He is now a U.S. Open champ, and he gets everything that comes with that. He's got a $4.3 million winner's check. Mama likes that. That is the biggest the biggest single win check of his career by over 400%. But most importantly for J.J. Spaun, he now has a 5-year exemption on the PGA Tour. He's locked up his card through 2030. He's exempt into the next 10 U.S. Opens, avoiding any qualifiers until 2035. He gets into the next 5 Masters, the next 5 Opens, the next 5 PGA Championships, the next 5 Players Championships. So that is some tremendous stability now for a guy who, again, thought he was going to lose his card not long ago. So, wow, just wow. Robert MacIntyre finished sole possession of second at +1. The only player in the final 10 pairings to post a round under par. He shot a 68. He almost backdoored into the U.S. Open title. He birdied 14 and 17. He climbed into a share of the lead, going to number 18, making a solid par at the last to get into the clubhouse and make the field stare down that one over par number. As he signed his card, Tyrrell Hatton and Sam Burns were backing up, leaving Spaun as the only other man tied with him, and it looked like he would have a great chance to at least get into a playoff on Monday. Spaun had different ideas, though, with his birdie finish to win in style. MacIntyre couldn't help but applaud in the clubhouse as Spaun's putt dropped on the 18th, but that $2.3 million second place deposit into his bank account kind of softens that blow for Bobby Mack a little bit, I think. Victor Hovland, sole possession of third place at 2 over. He picks up his fourth top 5 in a major, but like everyone else that teed off late on Sunday, he'll be thinking about this as a missed opportunity for quite a long time. His driver betrayed him again on Sunday as he found just 7 of 14 fairways after an incredible scrambling round on Saturday. He couldn't back it up on Sunday, but there are positives for him, I think, to take away from this week. It's the first time in a year that he's contended at a major. But the way that everyone backed up around him, there was an opportunity to get that elusive first win if he could have just had his A game on Sunday, which he did not. 3 over, tied for 4th, Cameron Young, Tyrrell Hatton, and Carlos Ortiz. Hatton is one of this group that will be feeling the most frustration, and it's not because of that, because that's just the way he is. He was tied for the lead on the 17th tee, presented with a golden opportunity to get a birdie on the nastiest hole on the golf course, but right there where Spaun delivered his best driver swing of the week, Hatton hung up his drive high. He hit it right, bounding into the rough off the downslope, short of the bunker. From there, he fluffed his chip into the rough on the other side of the bunker, leading to the real first Hatton tantrum of the week. That led to a bogey, and he followed that up with another one on the 18th after driving it into the rough to fall back to T4. Good for his best finish in a major, but one that he will no doubt agree probably slipped away late from him. Back at +4 for T7, you had John Rahm, you had Scotty Scheffler, and you had the guy that we really thought was going to win it all most of the round on Sunday, Sam Burns. Rahm's 67 was tied with McIlroy for the best round of Sunday as he left Oakmont with some positive vibes. Scotty Scheffler shot an even par 70 to get another major top 10, but given the way the field came back to him, there was a chance to post a number and make the field stare at the name of the world's number 1 on that leaderboard. He missed too many short putts all week, and again on Sunday, he could not pay off on an excellent ball striking round. And then you've got Sam Burns, who came into the day as a solo leader at 4 under, only to shoot a 78 in one of the all-time collapses at a U.S. Open. Thankfully for him and for Adam Scott, that became a bit of a secondary headline after Spaun's incredible finish. Burns went out in a 3 over 38 and didn't make a birdie on the front 9, but he still held a 2-shot lead after getting his first circle on the card on the 10th hole. But unfortunately for him, from there is where the wheels came off. He started with some bad breaks that seemed to snowball on him before he completely broke down. His tee shot on 11 rolled into an old divot. His approach came up short, found a horrible spot in the rough just above the lip of the bunker. That led to a double bogey to drop back to even, but he still had the lead. But from there on number 12, he had an unforced error in the fairway with his third, tugging into the left rough from 125 yards, leading to a bogey on the par 5, creating a 5-way tie for the lead. After a couple of pars, everything unraveled on the 15th when 2 rules officials refused to give him relief from what certainly I thought was casual water in the low area of the fairway, and he was pissed, and rightfully so, I think, from being denied that relief. He hooked his second, went on to make a double bogey after fluffing his third and leaving it in the rough. At that point, he was 3 over and largely out of contention, but another bogey on the 16th officially ended his chances on his way to a 78. There will be some lessons to eventually take from this day for Sam Burns, but in the immediate aftermath, it will be hard to blame him for feeling like he lost his best chance at a U.S. Open title for reasons that are seemingly out of his control. And I don't know. I haven't heard any follow-ups on that. The casual water ruling, I'm sure that we will be hearing about it this week, no doubt. +6, T12, Adam Scott, and a bunch of other people. Despite all of those issues for Sam Burns, he still won his head-to-head matchup with Scott in the final pairing after Scott shot a shocking 79. But just like Burns, Scott went out in 38. He remained just one shot off the lead as they made the turn, but he left a few putts tantalizingly close that allowed Burns to remain one ahead of him, and even the 95-minute rain delay was not enough for Adam Scott to get focused on his game. He never really got himself on track during the disastrous ball striking day, which was stunning to watch from a player who'd been one of the gold standards in that area. He hit just 7 fairways and 9 greens in regulation. He lived in the rough, and his scores reflected that. 4 bogeys and a double on the back 9 dropped him all the way out of the top 10, and the 44-year-old will rue missing out on what could be his last great chance to win a second major. So, we had a lot of guys who were in contention on Sunday, and again, the brutal conditions, the rain delay, the wet course, as things changed in front of them, most of them could not adapt. The one guy that could adapt won the damn thing, and that was J.J. Spaun. Again, I'd love to hear your comments. Be part of the show here. Comment under the video in the comments section what you thought about J.J. Spaun or any of your thoughts on the course, the setup, the conditions, Spawn's performance, Sam Burns' meltdown, Shane Lowry's meltdown, any of those guys. I loved it. Or if you're not watching the video, then 214-937-0569. Just shoot us a text, and we would love to make you part of the show for sure. We're going to take another break. Come back, and it's time to talk about Johnny's picks, boys and girls. Let him tell you how his week unfolded much the way Sam Burns' week unfolded on Sunday. Straight from the horse's mouth. Johnny is up next. We are From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports, brought to you, as always, by Turf Life. Head over to turflifeclub.com. Celebrate all of the people who work on turf, who live on turf, who play on turf, all of that stuff. Get you a great window decal or some other form of celebratory items over there at turflifeclub.com. We will see you over there. I'm Tim. This is From the Rough. Back after this.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It, and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka. Named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man, Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent-rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go! Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. Welcome into the show. It is Recap Monday, celebrating J.J. Spaun's Miracle Major. Trademark, patent pending, copyright filed. Not really. Yeah, a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody popping in the show today. Being a part of this one, it's a momentous one for sure. As always, brought to you by our friends at Golf Central Magazine. Head over to golfcentralmag.com. Give them your email address, and they will deliver a fresh, shiny, brand new copy of Golf Central Magazine every single month, right there to your inbox for free. It's not just golf, it's travel, philanthropy, lifestyle, lots of stuff over there. And my favorite, of course, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month. How about that? I don't know why that's my favorite. Yeah, I do know why that's my favorite. They also offer you, if you are a female reader of Golf Central Magazine, of course, they do have the Golf Bachelor of the Month. They have the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, too, for you gentlemen out there. But I like the Golf Cart Girl of the Month. Those are probably my favorite. Then they do, food and drink reviews, things like that over there. Grip It and Sip It, one of their featured columns. But, yeah, over at golfcentralmag.com, give them your email address, sign up for your free subscription to Golf Central Magazine. We dig it. We think you will, too. So for those of you following along with Johnny's picks, he went 0 for 2 on Saturday matchups. The course was just too difficult for Johnny to predict. He'll tell you all about that. Here's how his card turned out. Not a great week, right? All three of his winners missed the cut. Harris English at 65-1 was the ham sandwich. Finished T59. His two top 10s, Danny McCarthy, finished T57. Tom Hoagie missed the cut. His top 20s. Keegan Bradley finished T33. Jason Day just missing out in the top 20 as he goes T23. But let's have Johnny tell you all about that rather than hearing me try to explain these for you guys. Johnny, how'd you do this week?
Good afternoon, everybody. John Gerber, co-host of From the Rough podcast, here on this, breathing of a day of Monday compared to this year's 125th U.S. Open at Oakmont. Boy, what a crazy week, especially the weekend, man. Everything about this event was crazy. The tournament was crazy. The Compelli storylines were crazy. Everything that we wanted to see in a U.S. Open happened at the U.S. Open. Is usually what happens at Oakmont. But first off, congratulations to J.J. Spaun. Didn't have him on our card, unfortunately, but still doesn't go to show, how he started in this final round, how he battled back. That's what the U.S. Open's all about. That's what a guy like J.J. Spaun's all about. He's a grinder. He's a journeyman, but not a journeyman anymore. So, hey, again, congratulations to him. Not a great week for us in terms of our card. Didn't cash a ticket, and we were 0-2 on our matchup. So all around, just a terrible terrible week, so we apologize for that. We're going to have these weeks. That's why it's very important for you to follow the system every week, as we're going to have these weeks. But looking forward to this week at the Travelers. But we were sitting pretty good there for going into the last round with Jason Day and Keegan Bradley sitting firmly at top 20 spot. And, with all the weather delays and the things that you had to deal with at Oakmont, and just Oakmont itself and the magnitude of the situation, they just didn't come back out to perform, and that's just what happened. So that was tough. That was tough to see. And if you look at our leaders, Adam Scott and Sam Burns shooting 78, 79, 9 and 8 over par in between that tough Sunday going back and forth from the rain. It was tough. It was brutal. But good on, again, we can't say it enough, good on J.J. Spaun that he continued to progress. And I certainly think if he didn't have those trials and tribulations at the Players' Championship where Rory won, I don't think he could have got this done this week. So that's what I'm thinking. But, hey, again, 0-2 on our matchups again, but that does still get our record to 34, 10-4. And our matchup still a great record, and still certainly profitable for the year, just under $4,000 net profit. But looking forward to handicapping Travelers. We will be back on Wednesday doing Travelers. So looking forward to a great bounce back week. So tune in with us on Wednesday at 5:00. So have a great Monday, everybody. And Tim's going to take it home from here on Monday. Have a great Monday, guys.
So there you go. Not a great week. Johnny explained. He was very humble about it. But, yeah, it was, you know what? Again, I don't know how he does it, how he's so accurate every week with his picks, and especially his matchups record is incredible. He told you what it was there. But something like Oakmont, U.S. Open setup, and then you throw the weather into there, I just don't know how he does it. But he does it. But you guys got to play the system each and every week, as he tells you. If you're not following, you're not winning. You got to play the system every week, whether it's $5 per bet or $5,000 per bet. Please bet responsibly. If you think you have a gambling addiction, please call 1-800-GAMBLING. There. There's our little service announcement there. Yes, we'd love to hear from you guys. Again, be part of the show, 214-937-0569, the FanStream Sports Studio text line. And, of course, always on the comment section on whatever video you were watching. And, again, I'll update you. I do know, I've had some people contact me about this. I do know some of our podcasts on the website are down, and that is due to an issue with our hosting provider who apparently folded up shop and didn't bother to tell anybody. So now we are fighting to get our RSS feeds transferred over to a new host. And so far it's been 2 weeks. But you can still get all of our great shows on our YouTube channel. We do have the video portions posted over there of all the stuff that we can't post on the audio. But once we get all that fixed, I'm going to go back and post all the great shows on the audio that you missed, so you'll get a huge influx of ding if you have notifications turned on for all of our podcasts either on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or fanstreamsports.com once I do get that resolved. Again, I apologize. It was out of our control as our hosting provider literally shuttered their doors and didn't tell anybody. Or maybe they told a few people, but they didn't tell me. I didn't get it. I never got the memo. Did you get the memo? I didn't get the memo. So that's what's going on with some of that. But thank you for those of you who have reached out. We will certainly get all of that resolved. And I will let you know online, on social media. Make sure you follow me at IndyCarTim. Johnny is at J Gerber PGA Pro. The show is at From the Rough PGA. And we would love to have you be part of the show. So let us know what you thought of the U.S. Open and J.J. Spaun and the conditions and the weather and everything. All the cuss words that were mentioned, that were shouted out by professional golfers at Oakmont over the week. But that's going to wrap it up for us. Again, once again, congratulations to the great J.J. Spaun on his Miracle Major. Trademark patent pending. Copyright filed. For last week's 125th U.S. Open. We are going to call it a night. We will be back on Wednesday for our normal Wednesday preview. Johnny's bets, Johnny's picks. Wednesday, 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern on FanStream Sports on YouTube. Always available on our app 24/7. Head over, get your free app wherever your app store is. It's FanStream Sports mobile app. We put most of our live shows on the app to listen to it live if you would like to do. But that's going to do it for me. Until Wednesday, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.